Got a great question here. How do you stay so motivated? Now, if you're saying how do you, as in John Bond, stay motivated, then I'm very flattered that I come across as somebody that's obviously very motivated. But you might not be. You might just be saying how do you, as in people generally stay motivated. So I'm not sure. But if you're talking about me, I'm not always that motivated, actually. I'm not. But I have got some methods or tactics that I use to try and get myself motivated. So I think first of all it is important just to say I am not always that motivated. Like sometimes I really don't want to do anything. You know, I don't want to. When it comes to work, training, whatever, I don't want to do any of those ththings. So particularly like with work, sometimes I find I just want to go for a walk over the downs, or just want to ring up a mate, or you know, go and even go to the pub and have a couple of beers. You know, so I'm just like everybody else from that point of view. But I guess the thing that motivates me is I've talked about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So with extrinsic motivation, you're motivated by the end goal. So that keeps me going. And one of the things, like, let's just talk about work. So I'm talking about business now, running a fitness business. So what keeps me going is actually more fear of losing what I have. So I'm not terribly ambitious right now as far as growth and material gain. I'm really not. I'm in a very good place really from that point of view, but I don't want to lose it. And I always have this mindset that if I get too content and too lazy, I suppose, that I'll go backwards and I might end up in difficulty. So that fear of loss motivates me. Now, also, there's the intrinsic motivation, which is, it's kind of almost like false motivation, really, because if you enjoy what you do, it's not, you don't have to be very motivated to do it, do you? Like, I do enjoy talking about health and fitness and talking about this sort of stuff, to be honest. And so I do enjoy that. So I don't really have to motivate myself too much to do that. Now, obviously, like everybody, we have days where even the stuff we enjoy doing, like, you know, you guys probably watch box sets that you absolutely love, but then one day you go, I can't be asked to watch that today, a bit bored of it or whatever, you know, I just don't really feel like watching it. That's the same with anything. Doesn't matter what your job is, you can have days where you just don't feel like doing it. And on those days, what I tell myself is, it's just work. It's just work. Some days it's more than work for me. It's my passion, it's enjoyable, it's my calling, all those big words, big statements. But sometimes it's just work. And that's what you have to remind yourself. It pays the bills. So if we're talking about what career, fitness, business, etc., what keeps me motivated is I think about my end goal. My end goal could be something as basic as not losing what I have. I try and make my work enjoyable by channeling what I do with what I do well and what I like doing, and outsourcing stuff that I'm not very good at or don't like doing. But then failing that, it's just work. And you can think about that with training as well. You know, if you're sometimes with training, it's just training. It's not always going to be shits and giggles.